It's the nation's favourite antiques experts.
Wow.
Behind the wheel of a classic car.
This is the ejector bomb.
And a goal to scar Britain for antiques.
Where's my yellow submarine?
The aim, to make the biggest profit at auction. But it's no mean feat. There'll be worthy winners and valiant losers.
It's cheap firewood.
Will it be the high road to glory
We look really cool in this.
or the slow road to disaster?
Oh, don't know when I'm driving.
This is Antiques Road Trip. Yeah. Batten down the hatches. We're back on the road.
It's Kangaroo back again. There she is. I knew she was coming. Kangaroo.
Our two pals, Ms. Kangaroo Irvin
Boing, boing, boing.
and Mr. Mark Hill, are bouncing along the lanes of Northumberland on their penultimate trip.
I have to admit, I'm really liking driving bits, you know.
Yep, they've named the motor. Happily, the 1991 Volvo 240 GLT is equipped with excellent suspension.
Woo!
Oh, hello.
Good job too, as they weave their way towards the fourth of their best-of-5 battles. Last time, there were some big hits.
Hello, handsome.
Sometimes a girl needs a couple of red hat boxes. Where are you?
And the odd shock.
Gracious.
55 comes in.
While at auction, there were ups
Mother Nature delivers.
At 10 bid and 12 bid,
and downs.
we sell, and it certainly is a finish.
Whoa.
Roo's now clocked up 3 auction victories, so she can't be overtaken in this best-of-5. Mark's playing for pride now. He'll need to crank it up a gear.
Whoa. Oh.
With a fresh £200 apiece, it's game on.
I've been watching you, the way you whiz round. And you're looking at everything, taking it in, and I can hear all the cogs moving.
I just look for colour, quirk, size, bang, something I haven't seen before.
I think you've just given him an idea. They began their strategic shopping in Yorkshire and larked their way through Lancashire before nosing into Northumberland. Then it's a final dash north, culminating in Abernight, if they get there in one piece.
Did you see the tongue?
I did see the tongue. That was a tongue of concentration.
There'll be some concentrated shopping on their way towards Alnwick, but first, let's kick off in the Tyne Valley at Corbridge. Once a garrison town for Roman soldiers, more recently home to Catherine Cookson, the best-selling author of epic tales of survival and perseverance. Here's a turn-up for the books. Our very own hero Mark venturing into Corbridge Antiques, a treasure trove of vintage, retro, antiques and memorabilia with cabinets packed from top to, well, floor. Perfect for browsing. Oh, look, Mark. Matching bow ties. And when you're ready for a deal, owner Alison is on standby. Hi, Alison.
I am a magpie for colour. I'm thinking the bright colours of the Jazz Age, and this is smack bang in the middle of that prime period of the 1920s and 1930s, the Art Deco era.
The stamp on the back reveals Mailing pottery, which was produced in northeast England for over 2 centuries.
This is in really nice condition. It rings, it doesn't clunk, there's no chips or cracks, but the way this particular example has been decorated by hand just isn't quite there for me. There are a couple of little errors here and there, and visually appealing as it is, at £56, will this bring me a profit at auction? No, I don't think so. It's staying behind.
Not quite good enough for jazz, eh? Early days yet, though. Meanwhile, Roo's carrying on west to the town of Hexham. Noted for its abbey, its leather trade and an 18th century riot. Now, there's a tale. She's breezing into the Northumberland Antique Centre, where more than 30 dealers have filled the 3,000 square foot space with all manner of collectibles, curios, knick-knacks and trinkets. Just don't let her see the cat. Any questions? Direct to owner Chris, please.
I never miss a pair of lions. These are not as heavy as I thought they'd be. So it's a nice handsome pair of lion bookends, but what I like about them is they're very much in the style of the Grand Tour.
In the 17th and 18th centuries, a popular rite of passage for young aristocratic Englishmen was to discover the cultural wonders of Europe and beyond on a grand tour. Having enriched their minds, They returned home, displaying souvenirs in their country homes.
Now, I do not think these are Grand Tour original pieces. They should be bronze, but I think they are actually painted porcelain. But they're probably more early 20th century. They're still handsome, and they're still big cats. But I'm not excited enough to think about buying them.
Not feline the love for the king of the jungle today, then. Ha! Now, back in Corbridge, Mark's leaving no stone unturned. Feeling boxed in there?
What a wonderful sort of moment in history this is. Frank Cobb & Co.'s stainless cutlery resists the staining action of vinegars, fruit, salad, sauces, and will neither rust nor tarnish. Firth's stainless steel. I believe stainless steel was developed in 1913, and Firth's were amongst the very first brands. What a fantastic Art Nouveau label as well. I wonder why they were never used.
Looks like they'll remain unused for a while longer. Now, what else?
I'm a sucker for vintage timepieces. Now that is a smart watch. We've got arrow hands, baton markers, a subsidiary seconds dial, and oh wow, oh that is lovely. So you can see the movement in the back, which is marked Helvetia, and it's 17 jewels and Swiss made. So I'm going to guess that this is probably a manual wind.
Following in their father Louis's footsteps, brothers Louis Paul and César formed Louis Brand and Frère, a Swiss watchmaking company. They registered the brand Helvetia in 1892, and 2 years later the world-renowned Omega.
And this probably dates from the late 1950s to the 1960s, somewhere around there.
Already reduced, that one, to £55.
This is definitely one to watch.
Oh, no. Very good. Looks like he's taking it with him. That means business. Speaking of which, how goes it for our fashionista, the bling-loving Ms. Sparkle?
Now, this is definitely my cabinet. But this ring actually looks like the real deal. I can tell that this is definitely gold and most likely diamond, but I need a better look.
Any marks, Roo?
So it's telling me 18 carat. Without having a diamond tester on me, I do believe that they are very small diamonds. And it's ironic because if you don't have a diamond tester and you want to know if it's diamond, chances are, if the stones are quite small, it most likely is diamond, because you can say you have a diamond ring but without peeing through the nose. Now, it does make me a little bit worried because there is no price on this. But in terms of age, it's quite a classic design. I would say this is 1920s, 1930s. And especially with the price of gold right now, that could be a win-win.
You'll need a chat with the dealer before throwing your hat in the ring. Oh dear, I'm at it. Keep rifling. And what of our other rummager? Run out of puff yet? Doesn't look like it.
Now they're pretty. Bridge or canaster? So what we have here, a set of 4 celluloid pencils, marbled celluloids that were so popular from the 1920s and 30s all the way into the 1950s.
Used for keeping score at card games, with each coloured pencil representing one of the 4 suits.
Now, I really wanted to see Conway Stewart on there because they were a maker who were kind of top flight in terms of collecting British pens. Burnham were great quality, but they're just still slightly undervalued at the moment. It's quite a gamble to take at £30. But you know what? My little heartstring has pinged.
And we always listen to a heart ping. Time to take those pencils and that watch and work your magic on Alison.
Alison, hello.
Hi.
It's enormous here.
It is, yeah.
But I found 2 things in particular that really interest me. So we've got 55 on the watch and we've got 30 on the little bridge or canaster pencils. Is there anything you can do to help me sort of bring the price down?
Of course, yes. The watch can be 50 just because it's already been reduced.
I understand.
Yeah, and the pencil's 25.
So that's £75.
Correct, yeah.
In that case, let me shake you by the hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Leaving Mark with £125 up his sleeve.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No wonder he's looking pleased with himself. Now, where's our other happy bunny off to? Any further on in your quest?
Now this is really handsome. Naval maritime ship's lamp. And you can imagine this would have been on a ship hanging off the masthead 100 years ago. Let's see the weight of this. Oh, that's almost too heavy for me to lift. What does it say here? Davy, London, approved 1924 regulation ship lamp, not under command.
Signalling a ship restricted in its ability to manoeuvre.
But the thing is, you get a lot of people buying these because what they do, they put wiring into it and turn it into a house lamp. The original lamp that would have been here is no longer there. So it's definitely not under command. But there's no price on it. But I think if I get this at a really good price, I think Mark might be quite impressed.
Signalling you're taking command, but it's all down to price, of course. Ahoy there, Chris.
Hello.
Hi.
I've picked the lightest thing in the shop, haven't I? Now, I found a couple of items. This really handsome ship's lamp and then this gold and hopefully diamond ring.
Okay.
Do you have a diamond tester? Do you know for sure if it is?
We don't have a diamond tester. This has literally just come in today, though.
Oh.
Looking at it, I believe it is diamonds.
Yep.
But obviously, I can't be 100% sure.
Right. Okay. So, as there's no price on it, I'm just going to throw a figure out there. £40.
We've got 85 on the ticket for it.
Right. Well, should we pause that?
Yeah.
Let's pause. Let's go to the big thing.
Okay.
Right, this big beast, there's no price on it. Could it be double figures?
By his expression, I'm thinking triple.
Are you having both of them?
I would go for both. So could this be 90 and the ring for 50?
If you can push an extra £5 on that, you've got yourself a deal.
Done deal. You're such a gentleman.
Lovely.
Thank you.
So, that's 95 for the ship's lamp and 50 for the ring, leaving Roo with just 55 of her £200 budget. Big spender.
Good luck with that one.
Thank you again, Chris.
You're welcome, Roo.
Oh, good thing I worked out this morning.
Well, I hope you didn't park too far away. Once reunited, our chum's friendship moves to the next level. Ooh.
What star sign are you?
Oh, why don't you guess?
Okay, Pisces?
No, I would say you're a Pisces.
Oh no!
Hang on, I'm a Pisces, actually.
Wait a minute. I bet you were the same. Aquarius.
Absolutely right, yes.
So we're both the same star sign.
Well, I'm Aquarius, but still.
Oh yes, looks like the stars are well and truly aligned, and at a fortuitous moment, as our duo deviate from their shopping to visit the little village of Once Brood, also known as Twice Brood. Northumberland National Park is an incredible landscape of open moorland, peat bogs and rolling hills, and a gateway into our past. This protected space is also home to the most pristine dark skies in England, covering 572 square miles, making it Europe's largest area of protected night sky. And as darkness falls, our two illuminating stars are preparing for a celestial experience, here meeting astronomers Neil Sanders and Thea Willis.
This is our stargazing area. Okay, it's a little bit set away from the main building so that we can get away from the white light.
Where you'll be needing a telescope. Mr. Hill, if you please.
So this is a reflecting telescope?
It is, yes. You look down the tube there, you'll see a big mirror at the bottom there.
Oh, there you are.
In 1668, Sir Isaac Newton created the first successful reflecting telescope using mirrors instead of lenses. It was the prototype for a design which came to be known as the Newtonian telescope.
The most important thing is that telescopes make objects brighter. They don't magnify the light, they gather the light.
Oh, wow.
The more light a telescope gathers, the brighter the image that's formed.
This is actually like a miniature telescope on the top here. So this is what we call the finder scope. I can line up to the star, get it nice and centered. Have a look at that, guys. Should see a nice small pin-sized dot. I
can see it, the tiniest little dot.
There's a star called Spica. So that light that you've just seen there left that star 250 years ago. To know the exact distance to that star, you need to times 250 years by the speed of light. So that light has been travelling for 250 years at 186,000 miles per second. That's how far away it is.
Mind-blowing doesn't even cover those facts.
These sparkling skies don't just appeal to stargazers, but also astrophotographers.
Astrophotography is all about capturing lots of light. Because it's very dark, you need long exposures. But to take those long exposures, you need low levels of light pollution. So that's another reason why people love coming to places like Northumberland, because they can take fantastic photos of the night sky.
The Northumberland Dark Sky Park is protected from light pollution, but it can't always provide a cloudless sky. But on such occasions, Neil's got it covered.
After you.
Wow!
Oh my goodness. Wow. Look at this.
Using specialist computer software, the planetarium dome projects the Northumberland night sky in real time.
It's so pretty. It's like costume jewellery sparkling away.
And doesn't it remind you of just how tiny we are in this vast universe?
There are 88 officially recognised constellations, many named after Greek mythology or part of the zodiac.
So what stars and constellations could we see tonight?
This pattern of stars here, okay, like a rectangle shape. This is the constellation of Gemini, Pollux and Castor, the twins of Gemini. And that kind of looks like two people. They're two brothers in Greek mythology.
For millennia, we've been using the stars to help navigate space and time.
Do you see this pattern of stars here? You
Yes.
recognise it, it's the plough. So these last two stars of the plough, nicknamed the pointer stars, and they point almost directly to this star here.
Okay.
Okay, so this star here is the North Star.
Ah.
Yes.
So you can always find your way north by finding the plough, and those two stars always point to the North Star.
Our night sky tells a billion-year-old story from across our galaxy. Dark sky parks like this one in Northumberland protect these stories and prevent our stars from fading from sight.
Do you know what? This is the perfect end to a day.
It really is.
Sitting at the night sky, gazing at the universe out there.
I couldn't ask for a better end. And better company.
Here, here.
Ah, you too. Nighty-night. Next morning, and spirits are well and truly up.
So we're out here in the wilds of Northumberland.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like getting out and hiking, sticking the boots on, jumping on a horse and going on a gallop across the windswept landscape.
Do you know, I'll have a bowl of whatever he's had, please.
We're heading up towards Scotland. So I wonder if they had this tradition down here called Looney Dukes.
Looney Doo.
Looney Dukes. On New Year's Day, they will go swimming in the North Sea or the freshwater, regardless of how cold it is.
Ah, yes. They do that here too, just without the funny name.
I'm going to need a Looney Duke after this. The heating in this car is always on full blast. I'm boiling the bag Mark here. This happened on the last road trip too.
I suppose a dip in the sea could fix that. But first, a quick tot-up. Yesterday, Roo blew a large part of her shopping budget on a diamond and gold ring and a ship's lantern,
Let's see the weight of this.
leaving her with £55 to spend. While Mark set his sights on a Helvetia watch and a set of Burnham pencils,
My little heartstring has pinged.
leaving him with a rather healthier sum of £125. Another day of shopping awaits, and the rivalry is back on.
Who do you think's winning? Battle of the wardrobes.
Ooh, with that pin on, definitely you.
Your folds in your shoulder pads.
It's where you swipe your credit card, darling.
Do you know, I don't know what's got into those two. Time to get back to the task in hand, shopping. Next stop on the 18th century stagecoach route along the Great North Road is the town of Morpeth. Roo's been drawn in by the charms of Morpeth Antique Centre, where over 30 dealers have packed it with a varied assortment of toys, militaria, and all things eye-catching. Lots to blow your trumpet about. Was that the mating call of a crane?
You know, sometimes you can be in an antique shop and it just hits home just how much technology has changed. This really sweet brownie flash camera, which I can imagine at the time was probably state of the art, and you probably had to save up quite a bit of money to afford one. And it's got some age to it, so this is probably 1940s, 50s. There's so many of them out there. And unless they're the rare models, they just don't make much money. You're not going to be gazing up at the stars with this.
No profit there, but you know what they say. Old school's the new cool. Now, talking of cool, how about some sea air? Northumberland does boast oodles of delightful coastline. So our man Mark has made his way to the harbour town of Amble to take a turn around circa antiques. Home to a mixture of vintage homeware and furniture and a plethora of interesting collectibles and curios, and happily for Mark, glassware and ceramics. His faves.
You know, when we see brightly coloured glass bowls, I think the location of manufacture that we immediately think of is the Italian island of Murano, just off Venice. When you look at a bowl like this, however, all is not what it seems. These colours, this sort of green and this amber, are typically Czechoslovakian. So this is Czechoslovakian post-war glass. And this form was designed by a chap called Joseph Hospodka. So here, Hospodka is really echoing Muranese and Murano Sommerso glass to produce his own distinctly Czech version. These were produced in vast quantities, and beautiful as they are not that hard to find.
That one's priced at £48.
Is it going to bring me a profit at auction? I sadly don't think so. I'm going to leave it for someone else to find and enjoy.
I'm just impressed at how he got up off the floor.
You know, I'm quite fond of these. This green and sort of dark, almost black glaze is instantly recognisable as the production of a Canadian company called Blue Mountain Pottery. Since about 2004, when the factory closed, people have started to collect these all over the world. And whilst it's quite a stylish piece, at £40, it's not going to return me any money at auction. So I'm going to pop our little dolphin here to swim off into someone else's home.
You've got other fish to fry. Oh, yes. I know a dolphin's not a fish, so don't bother writing in. Now, any more in Morpeth? Ceramic animals here too, it seems. Anything else?
Oh,
Apparently so.
nice piece of Danish silver, or is it silver plate? Now, I avoid silver plate unless it has a certain look of a designer, a style, a culture, and these just scream mid-century Scandinavian Danish ware because they've just got the clean, naturalistic lines. I'd love them to be silver, but I'm going to have a look. No, they are definitely silver plate on brass, Denmark. So it basically tells you everything you need to know. And we've got the maker on here as well, E. Dragsted.
That'll be for Einar Dragsted, a Danish silversmith, but it was his grandfather, Arendt Dragsted, who started the business and went on to be appointed the Danish Royal Court Jeweller.
So it's got quite a lot of clout. £25 for the pair.
Well, they're certainly within your £55 budget. Anything else to note?
Well, what are they though? Well, they're actually taper holders. In other words, very, very fine little candles that you would have on the dining table. They're clean, they're in nice condition, they've got a good name attached to them, and a relatively good price. But I think for silver plate, for them to have a shot at auction, I'd like the price to be a little bit tastier.
Well, you know what to do. Owner Steve is your man.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Roo.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good. Now, I found a pair of the Danish taper holders, which I think are really quite sweet. You've got £25 on the pair. What fabulous, tantalising price could they be?
For you, 15.
15?
15.
Done.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
As easy as that. £40 still in hand.
Thank you. So tell me, are you Team Roo or Team Mark?
Oh, definitely Team Roo.
Naturally.
Best
Take
of
care.
luck.
Bye.
Bye now.
One happy customer. How about her rival? Anything worth a gamble? In amble?
Tea for me. Not tea for two, tea for me. This really catches my eye. Small sort of tea and sandwich plate. So I'm going to pick the cup up. So we've got Royal Winton, which was a brand name used by a company called Grimwades, who are a British company who are very well known for producing chintz-ware like this. So what's nice about this particular one is that you've got a big stylised R. So that tells us it was produced in the 1930s until perhaps about the 1950s. And when I see this particular piece, I kind of think of a lady or gentleman perhaps sitting outside in the sun in the garden, enjoying a cucumber sandwich with the crust cut off.
The quintessential English tea. This set has a ticket price of £24.
Prices have kind of fallen a little and then also plateaued. But you know what? I like this little set here, and it's coming with me.
I feel a plan brewing. Owner Nicola, brace yourself.
Nicola, hello.
Hello.
So I found this little tea set.
It's very pretty.
It is pretty, and I'm hoping I can celebrate with a cuppa over a profit. So we've got £24 on it.
Yes.
Is there any way we could work on the deal a little bit?
I could probably do that for 20.
£20? So I'm going to shake your hand.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Leaving Mark with £105 still to play with.
Thank you very much indeed.
Enjoy.
I will do. I'm off to put the kettle on.
No time for tea yet, as Roo's picking him up to head to the next shop together.
If you could own any animal in the world, what would it be?
Do you know, I sort of like ostriches. Oh. Well, my legs are long enough to be an ostrich, basically. All I need is a sort of frilly midriff and I'd be there.
Nice little tutu.
I could have a little tutu, yeah.
Hold on to that thought. Our two in their toot-toot have just one final stop. They're winging their way to the town of Alnwick, where one of the most famous of Northumberland's many castles can be found. Roo's making a beeline for the beehive, with her rival hot on her heels. The well-stocked floor is carefully curated by a number of dealers, including Alex and Mark. Incidentally, the shop's named after Mark's father, a keen apiarist. Our busy bees will be buzzing about, searching for the sweetest deal that they can find.
Animals do so well at auction because we are a nation of animal lovers, and there's a lot of people that collect door knockers going from the Georgian period right through to today. Now this chap is £40. I like him, but I'm going to keep looking.
Who's there? It's only me. Mind you, she does have a point about animals. I'm beginning to see a definite theme in here.
Now I like that. That is a handsome piece. So this large asymmetric dish, I think, was made in Italy. Got a figure on horseback here. And for me, this just shouts out one name, and that's the Italian ceramicist and ceramics designer Marcello Fantoni.
Born in Florence in 1915, Fantoni's ceramics took inspiration from ancient Etruscan designs and Cubist art.
And that gives us this sort of geometric, sort of interplanar figure on here with these very bright colours. Now, Marcello Fantoni is a great name. Unlike anybody who's really successful, people end up copying him. And I can't see any marks that relate to Fantoni. But what's really nice about it is the detail and how well it's decorated. It's got £90 on it, but I'm going to leave it here right now because there's so many wonderful things, so I must get on with it.
One for later, perhaps. But for now, the rummage continues. Any relics you fancy, Roo? Well, something's grabbed her attention.
Are you gazing into the future again? I think the future's fairly set. You won this road trip, bravo!
No, it's not, Mark. I'm seeing something else. I'm seeing a new path.
Okay.
I think you're going to make a comeback.
Do you? Well, I think if you're seeing big profits, it's a mirrored bull, dear. It's you. And you see
Oh, I'm seeing big profits.
I'm going to leave you to your clairvoyancy and your witch's
spoken.
ball.
Yeah,
Has it?
I see it. I see it.
She's got the gift, you know. Even Mark's been won over. Victory trophy, Mark?
That's better. Pictures and symmetry, they have to be hung exactly right.
Oh, yeah. Once fixed, you'll probably want to take a closer look.
I do not want to drop this, as it's got real age to it. Look at the cracks. It's lost some of its decorative features, but right now that's not worrying me too much. I really want to have a look at the back. I'm definitely happy that this is an original frame. Even the way it's hung is very much sort of late 1800s. You want to see oak, you want to see torn paper, you want to see it being remounted time and time and time again. It's a true antique. And I love the subject matter. Italy back in the 1800s, and you know, for £50, even though it's a print, I'm not worried, because to me, the value in this is the frame. Oh, and I'm gonna take it with me.
I seem to recall that you only have 40 in the kitty. Brace yourself, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Roo.
I found this beauty, which I love. You've got £50 on it. Now, it's got a couple of condition issues, but that's not the problem.
Yeah.
I don't have £50 in my pockets.
If it gives you a fighting chance at it. £25.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Pleasure.
Done.
What a nice man. £15 left over.
Mark, you're a star. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Now, back to our other Mark, Mark 1. Anything else catching his eye?
Instantly recognisable because of the colours of the Mediterranean Sea, Medina glass. So Medina glass was founded on the Mediterranean island of Malta and opened in 1968.
One of the founders and chief designers was the British glassmaker Michael Harris.
This is absolutely typical of his forms. I also think that this is perhaps an earlier example from sort of around 1970 because of this fine network of bubbles. And turning it over, oh yes, we have a signature. But the important thing about this is that the Medina is small and really finely written. That tells me that this was certainly signed and probably made by Michael Harris.
Ticket price, £30.
It's quite a rarity, this one. I'm not even going to put it down. I'm going to hold it close to my heart.
Well, you don't want to drop it. Not before a deal with Alex.
Alex, hello.
Hiya, Mark.
Fabulous colours.
A bit of Medina, it's fabulous it is.
It is. And there was also an Italian dish, a very large ceramic dish with a warrior on horseback.
I know the one you mean.
So we've got 90 on that and we've got 30 on this. Is there any movement, and I'm thinking this sort of movement, on the price?
I could do 25 on the Medina.
Oh, OK, thank you.
And, yeah, 70 on the Italian ceramic.
And I can do a shake of the hand.
Lovely.
Thank you very much indeed.
That'll be £95 for the two, leaving Mark with £10 unspent.
Thank you. I'll go and collect my dish.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Off you go and reunite with your pretty-as-a-picture rival.
Oh, what'd you get?
Hey, I got this.
Oh, very
What about
fancy. Slightly more modern than yours. A nice dish. And look at this.
That's very you.
It's very me.
Right.
Close to my heart.
Now, shall we go?
Follow the North
Follow
Star.
the
It'll
North
take us to
Star.
the Volvo.
And to further philosophical questions.
If you had to be a hero or heroine for my film, who would you be?
Blanche Dubois from A Streetcar Named Desire. But also Lady Macbeth. She would be my villain.
Okay. Well, you've just gone for sort of classical literature, and now I feel trashy as a result.
No!
Well, I'm going to
Winnie
stick
the
with...
Pooh!
I think that makes you Roo. Bedtime story's over. Time for some shut-eye. It's auction day. Let's roll out the red carpet for our dashing duo.
Look at you.
Well, I have you to live up to. I mean, sparkling away there.
Do you think we're dressed for success today?
Without a doubt.
Oh.
On with the show.
Nothing less than expected from our fashionistas. Having shopped their way around Northumberland, they've brought their booty to East Anglia and Aylsham famed for its long history with cloth, linen and textiles, and home to Keys auctioneers, with buyers in the room, on the phone and on the net. Master of ceremonies today is auctioneer Oscar Crocker.
All done then at 80.
Roo spent £185 on her 4 auction lots. Anything catch your eye, Oscar?
Nautical items do make quite a bit at auction, very desirable to collectors, and as an interior piece as well, in a modern flat or a modern house. The galvanised look really does bring the room together.
Mark managed 5 lots and spent £190. Thoughts, Oscar?
So my favourite piece would be the Medina glass vase. Fashion piece, as well as a collection piece. I think they'll do really well today.
That's what we like to hear. Let's get this party started.
Ooh! Oh, you just squeaked.
I promise it wasn't the beans.
Was that a nervous squeak?
What are you two like? Mark's up first with his Swiss gentleman's watch.
I'd wear this watch. It's a great watch.
This is what worries me, because it's something you would wear yourself. You've got unbelievable style. You know quality.
I have £10 straight in here at 10. Do I see 12? And 12.
It's moving. It's moving.
15, 18.
Come on, come on. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving.
At 25.
It's like watching the tennis.
We're going to give ourselves whiplash.
40, 2, 45, 48, 50, 5.
Profit.
60, 5. At £65.
Well done.
£15 profit.
One could say it was a timely return.
I think you got a good eye, mister. I knew that all along.
Oh, bless you. Well, I'm only mirroring you for God's sake. I mean, really.
Over to you, Roo, with that pair of shiny taper holders.
I've ventured into your territory.
Ooh.
Yes.
Trespasser.
£40 is on the book.
There you go.
Come on, Roo.
At 40 is straight into a C2. At 42, thank you, sir. All unventioned, well, have it up. You're at 7. At £42.
Well, it kind of came in flying.
It did.
Woo-hoo! That's what we like to see. Keep it up.
Came in like a comet. But then the comet just in the middle of the air.
Mark's turn, the boxed pencil set. Anyone for bridge?
I'm jealous of this lot.
Really?
I love it.
You can bid on it if you like. Give me a profit.
No chance.
£5 is straight in here at 5 on the net. Do I see 8? At 5, 8. Thank you. 8, 10, 12. At 12, 15.
Oh.
£15.
Oh, no.
There. Not the sharpest pencil in the box today.
I think they were worth so much more.
They were worth way more to me and to my heart.
Ahoy there, Roo. Will your ship's lantern sink or swim?
So this could go either way.
Okay.
Can you see the slight panic in my eyes?
I can.
I've got £80 straight in here at 80. Do I see 5? And 5, 90, 5, 100, 110, 120, 130, at 140, at 140, 50, would you like, sir? Shake of your head, all and then at £140.
Fabulous.
Bravo.
Yeah, there's a lot of relief on my brow.
Bravo, Zulu, you could say. Your ship sure came in.
It was a good looker.
Imagine that lamp providing the light on a dark, stormy night as you're...
Is this your Titanic moment?
It is.
Don't mention sinking ships, whatever you do. Now, tea time for Mark with his Royal Winton chintz tea set.
Here it goes. There's a pause, a dramatic pause.
£10 at the back. And
oh, 10's a bit, 10's a bit.
Like, at 15, 18, 20 with me. 2 and 2, yes. 25, 28, 30, 2, 35, at £35.
Well done.
I'm happy with
you
that.
Should be.
And I'll raise a cup to that.
That was fancy.
That
practical fancy, yeah.
You would use. What a joy to wash.
Roo's up next with her framed watercolour print.
Look at that handsome piece. Handsome.
It is lovely.
At 20, at 20, at 22, 25, at 28, 30, 2, at 32, 35, 38, 40, 2, 45, 48, 50, 5, 60, at 60, at 60, at 60.
Oh,
Yay.
fabulous.
What a
Not bad
stunner.
for a print. It
yeah,
is beautiful.
really good.
Excellent. over double the price paid.
He's just got that look. I mean, that would grace any Victorian interior
Absolutely.
beautifully.
Now Mark's penultimate lot, his decorative Italian dish. Things are starting to heat up now.
Spritz.
Do you stop being stylish?
That's better.
20 is bid now at 20. Do I see 2?
Oh, no, please.
At 25.
Jumping.
I wouldn't say jumping, more like sort of crawling.
£30 bid here, do I see 2? And 32, at 35, do I see 8? And 8, 40, at 40, yes. At 40, and 2 on the net, thank you. And all and then at £42. Sold to the net for 42, thank you.
Anything stronger than that spritzer in your waistcoat, Mr. Hill? Now's maybe the time.
You're like a wee Pelham puppet that someone just cut the strings.
My strings have been completely cut off.
Someone just...
The cut and thrust of the sale room, eh? Onwards we go with Roo's final lot, her bit of bling.
I bought an 18-carat gold and 5 diamond ring.
Mark at you.
I have got £80 straight in on the book.
Oh,
yes!
At 95, 100. Fair warning given then at £100.
Oh, that kind of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Bravo.
Fabulous.
Bravo.
I'm happy with that.
So you should be. Nice little profit. Ring it on.
Doubled your money.
Quality, mate, quality.
Last lot for Mark now, his rare Mdina glass vase. We need some keen-eyed bidders here.
When I turned it over, it's like,
Hallelujah.
the clouds parted, beams of sunlight came down, and hark, the angels sang.
I've got to start the bid here at £70 on the net, here at 70 on the book. At 75, 80, at 85, 90, at 5, 100, 110.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
120, 130, 140, 150, at 160. It's with the internet then takes it then. Fair warning given then, £160.
Well done.
What a finish, eh? You cracked it. Well, not literally, obviously.
All right, take it back, Mr. Hill. Another one bites the dust.
Going, gone. And let's get going.
Come on.
Well, I go and do a quick tot-up. Mark, after auction fees, has made a tidy profit of £51.94. A sterling effort, sir. But Roo did it again. After sale room costs, she made a bigger profit of £81.04. She's unstoppable. There's just one final auction left, which Mark, as a matter of pride, will be bent on winning. And any overall profit at the end of the week will go to children in need.
Oh, out into the light.
Auctions never cease to amaze me.
No, we never know what to expect.
No, and it's always a thrill, exhilaration. I need to sit down. Gosh.
We're nearing the end.
We are.
Next time, it's the last leg of our besties trip.
I want our jaws to hit the floor.
Will Roo continue to shine?
I will happily sit down and make that sparkle all day long.
Or will Mark have a dog's chance in this ultimate showdown?
Looks like he's about to bounce up and start playing.